Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video, and today we're trying out this Hog Rider Prince combo. It's extremely powerful and can take out a tower in a couple of seconds, and I've actually won my first two battles with this deck, so I want to show that to you guys in just a second, and then we're going to finish up with a live battle. But I'll also throw in the bomb tower. Now, as you all probably know already, the bomb tower is getting nerfed in the next update. It's going from a 60-second duration to a 40-second duration, which is a huge nerf, but it was well deserved because the bomb tower was just way too strong. But I wanted to try it out one last time before it got nerfed, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of those replays I was talking about. So here we are, guys, with the first replay. Now, I have tried this combo before, but I wanted to give it another shot because I was recently watching one of Orange Juice's videos on how to counter the bomb tower. And if you guys don't know who Orange Juice is, he's another Clash Royale YouTuber. He's really huge right now, and he puts together some of the most educational and insightful how-to videos and strategy videos on Clash Royale. So I really encourage you to check him out if you haven't already. But he put out a video on how to counter the bomb tower, and in that video, he showcased using an advanced technique called the Piggy Push, using the Hog Rider as well as the Prince. And with that technique, he was actually able to skip past a bomb tower that was placed in the middle of the arena, and he was able to skip past it using the Hog Rider and the Prince and go directly to the tower and do an insane amount of damage. So I wanted to try it out again. Now, if you guys don't know what the Piggy Push is, Orange Juice also has another video on it showcasing it, but basically it's where you use the Hog Rider in the corner of the map, and as soon as you drop down the Hog Rider, you drop down another troop right next to it, and that actually pushes the Hog Rider and changes his pathing, and helps prevent him from being distracted by defensive towers placed in the middle of the arena. And I've actually been practicing that technique a lot lately, and it has made a huge difference on my gameplay. So I really encourage you guys to try to check out that video if you use the Hog Rider a lot. And I will put a link to his channel in the description below, and I really do encourage you guys to check it out. So right here, the Baby Dragon and the Spear Goblins are going to be able to go in there and do some damage to that tower, but nothing too crazy. Now right here, we're going to try and do this technique here with the Hog Rider as well as the Prince, and watch what happens, guys. They're able to go in there. Now I'm going to use the Zap spell here to take care of all those kind of distraction units, and watch how much damage this combo does right here. They're actually going to be able to take out that tower completely, all the way from full health, all the way down to 0, with one Hog Rider Prince push. So like I said earlier, guys, this combo is extremely powerful, and my Prince is only level 2, so if you guys have a higher level Prince, it'll be even better for you. So now that we have 1 minute left in this battle, we do have a 1 crown lead. I am just going to try and focus on defending for this last minute or so. I'm not really interested in trying to get that second tower there and perhaps lose a tower in the process. So I'm just going to play defensively here. He has a Hog Rider coming in here, but the bomb tower as well as those barbarians should be able to take it out. Now he does have that Princess card, which is kind of annoying with this deck because I don't have the arrows in it, but there are some other ways to take her out. So as you'll see right here, I waited for the Hog Rider to get distracted by that bomb tower, and then dropped on the Prince to take care of the Princess. Now the Prince obviously isn't the greatest counter to Princess because it costs 5 elixir, but at this point in the battle with 20 seconds left, all I'm trying to do is just defend here. Now right there, he drops the Princess right in the middle, and I do have one of his towers down, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the Spear Goblins to take her out while she was distracted by the Baby Dragon. And right here, he uses the Hog Rider, guys, and watch how the Hog Rider was distracted by that bomb tower. If he had actually done the Piggy Push technique with that Hog Rider, he would have been able to skip past that bomb tower entirely and go directly to my tower. But anyways, we do get the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead to the next replay here. So here you go, guys, with the next replay. We're facing a level 9 here who is actually using a spawner deck with the Hog Rider, which is really interesting. I haven't really seen that done a lot lately, and that's also one of the reasons why I like playing in Royal Arena versus playing in Legendary Arena, because in Royal Arena there's a lot more deck diversity. As soon as you start getting close to the Legendary Arena or inside Legendary Arena, everybody is using Hog Zap cycle decks or the OP deck or Mortar decks, so there's a lot more deck diversity in the Royal Arena, which is kind of fun. Now pay attention to what happens here, guys. He does have the Builder's Hut right in the middle of his base, and watch what happens. Normally a Hog Rider would be distracted by that Barbarian Hut, but I'm going to show off the Piggy Push technique right here. So watch this. Use the Hog Rider as well as some Goblins. The Goblins are going to push that Hog Rider ever so slightly to the right and force him to path to the tower instead of to the Builder's Hut. And with the help of a Zap spell, my Hog Rider will get 3 hits off on that tower, whereas without the Piggy Push, he probably wouldn't have done any damage to that tower. So that was a perfect example of how to do the Piggy Push, guys. But like I said, check out Orange Juice's video because he goes into so much more detail on how to do it. And there are ways to counter it. So if you have a cannon in the middle of your base and you know your opponent is using a Hog Rider, If he's advanced enough, he might try and use the Piggy Push, and the way to counter is basically just to drop some ground troops right in front of the Hog Rider and force him to path towards the middle of your base, and just basically force the Hog Rider to path to your defensive structure. So right here, his tower is all the way down to 1100 health. Things are looking pretty good for me. And also, I do have the bomb tower in my deck, which is the perfect counter for the spawner deck. Normally with my Hog Zap, the Hog Zap decks that I've been using recently, they don't do too well against these spawner decks, just because the Hog Riders are usually just distracted by the buildings. But like I said, with that Piggy Push technique, and with also having this bomb tower in my deck, I've been doing pretty good against spawner decks with this deck here. So once again, Hog Rider is going to sneak in there and do some damage to that tower. He's actually going to bring it all the way down to 72 health. Now, take a look at what happens in the next minute or so, guys, because, spoiler alert, I actually don't finish off that tower on the right-hand side. Even though it's all the way down to 72 health, I am going to use the Hog Rider and the Prince combo in just a couple of moments to take out that tower on the left-hand side, all the way from pretty much full health down to 0. So right here, I try to do the Hog Rider Prince combo, but unfortunately he drops down the Barbarian Hut just in time, and then he's going to follow it up with a pack of Barbarians to take out that Prince. So all I need at this point is 2 sets of Zap Spell to take out that tower on the right-hand side, which was kind of my strategy, but watch what happens here, guys. I'm going to go in right here in just a few moments with the Hog Rider and the Prince combo on the left-hand side, because as soon as they drop down that Spear Goblin Hut on the right, watch this. The Hog Rider and the Prince are going to go in on the left-hand side, and he doesn't really answer this. He drops the Hog Rider to try and distract my Prince, but it doesn't work, and I did throw down the Zap Spell on the right-hand side there, but take a look at that, guys. The Hog Rider and the Prince were actually able to take care of that tower on the left-hand side. That tower on the right was still standing, but I did get the 1 crown victory. So that battle was pretty cool, but let's go ahead here and try and fit in a live battle. So we're going to go in here, and hopefully our opponent is level 8, so that's pretty cool. Equal level is always a good thing. Now, my starting hand, I have the Hog Rider with the Prince, as well as the Baby Dragon and the Barbarians. I might just wait a second here and see what he does for his first move. If he doesn't do anything, though, I might try and do a split push with these Barbs here. He drops the Princess, so I'm going to go ahead with the Baby Dragon on the right. Hopefully the Baby Dragon can take her out. And then he might do a Hog Rider push with the Baby Dragon. He's got some Spear Goblins coming out here. Got my own Goblins, going to do a Hog Rider push with these Goblins here. Unfortunately, that Hog Rider took a couple of seconds too long to deploy. Now, is he going to drop any more troops here? I'm going to hold off a second on this Zap Spell. No, he isn't, so we're going to zap there and get another hit off on that tower. So that wasn't too bad of an open exchange. I have my Bomb Tower here to counter this, and then use the Spear Goblins to take care of that Princess. And that's one of the ways to go around not having arrows with this deck, guys, is you wait for the Princess to lock onto your Bomb Tower, and then use your Spear Goblins to take her out. So overall, things aren't looking too bad. His tower is all the way down to 960 health. He is going to drop down some Spear Goblins. I might just ignore that for now. And then I'm going to do a split Barbarian push right here. I don't think he has his Princess up again. He drops down a cannon. So I might try and do a Piggy Push on the right-hand side here. We'll see if we can get it to work. Because it only works on the side where there is more space between the cannon and the tower. So right here with the Piggy Push, we are able to go in there and take out that tower or do some damage to it. Gonna zap here and hopefully be able to take care of that tower. Unfortunately not. That kind of sucked. Now I'm gonna wait for this Princess to lock onto my tower, drop some Spear Goblins to take care of her. Let's see if he has his Zap Spell. He does not. So that was a good example, guys, as to how much of a difference the Piggy Push can make. I was able to go in there and do some damage to that tower pretty much entirely because I did use the Piggy Push technique. Now it's on the right side this time, so I'm going to try and go in on the left-hand side with the Hog Rider. Because like I said, it depends on where the cannon is placed. So I'm going to go in here with the Piggy Push and see if we can block it. What's he going to use here? He uses the Zap Spell, doesn't do much. Going to zap here, and there we go, tower is dead. But I really do encourage you guys, I know I keep saying it over and over in this video, to check out Orange Juice's video on how to do it, because he is so much more insightful on how to do it. I mean, he describes it because there's some details as to how to do it depending on where the defensive structure is placed. But we might be able to get in here with the Spear Goblins and take out that tower on the right-hand side. We're going to use the Zap Spell to finish it off, actually. Use the Bomb Tower to distract here with some Goblins and a Baby Dragon. And with 10 seconds left, guys, we have a 2-crown lead, and that will probably be the victory for us. So anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.